personnel here for the Hawkeyes. And Kaleb Johnson, he's in running back. Jacob Gill is in motion. And Kaleb Johnson has room to run.
Here, just cut right off the hip of the interior of that O-line. Not there in today's game either.
With the throw underneath, they've gone to Johnson. Always related to wrestling. That's the thing I like to do, you know. Here is that outside zone run.
And let's just put it this way. I had to ask our producer, what is The Princess Bride? I've never seen that movie. I hate it.
2 touchdown drives for Iowa here, has produced 13 points in the third.
Forward and showcase his skills.
Took on
that additional pressure that comes with taking over the leadership of this offense.
Oh, this opens up for Kaleb Johnson. Johnson stays on his feet at the line of scrimmage, and then all the way, touchdown, Kaleb Johnson! And ultimately, it's Hawkeye ball here at the 34-yard line of Illinois State. McNamara still in the game. Kaleb Johnson, who just had and 4 sacks, including one on the last drive. Nothing lead with 2 field goals in the first half, but Cade McNamara, along with receivers Reese Vanderzee and Jacob Gill, have been brilliant in the second half, and so is running back Kaleb Johnson, who has his second touchdown in half number 2.
And to give, Kaleb Johnson. Second down at 5. Play fake, little bootleg and a throwback. Got a man and some room to run, and it's Kaleb Johnson with a first down and 6 opening drive for the Hawkeyes on their home field. Kaleb Johnson straight up the middle, close to
out and just overpowered that defense.
This time, negative yardage. Kaleb Johnson, the tailback. He'll get the call. Kaleb, big opening on the outside. Kaleb Johnson, sideline and gone. Touchdown, Iowa. Back to the ground game. Short game for Kaleb. McNamara double clutches, sidearms it out in the flats. And only about. Kaleb Johnson switches sides. They give it to him. Comes back to the left. No gain up and down at 10 here. On the ground. Nice opening up the middle for Kaleb. They toss it to him. And he's got an opening. Kaleb Johnson, open field, midfield. And finally knocked out of bounds as he got to side. And they've done it beautifully.
Yep.
With Kaleb Johnson more than once. We'll try it again. Yep, it'll work again. Down to the 15. I formation, Kaleb Johnson, second man through. Straight up the middle. Now left side. Kaleb Johnson. A foot race. What a game for number 2.
Opportunity to rest their players.
Johnson gets inside the 10, gets McNamara in the shotgun. Kaleb Johnson with him. Gets the call, and he is going to score. Kaleb Johnson, the star of the game. Touchdown, Iowa.
Already he's run for more than that, Iowa. Can they stop the run?
Things are evening up yardage-wise, time of possession-wise. Kaleb Johnson picked up,
and I thought they've done a great job here to start the third quarter, and we're going to have to do it in the fourth to go win this game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks so much.
It was pretty good for him. Since, nothing. On 2nd and 10, and a loss this time on the Cyclone D. Kaleb Johnson, a junior out of Hamilton, Ohio.
They've been blowing up the running game.
Wow. Away 10 years ago. There's a play fake. McNamara got away from one. He throws short.
Rosina's in there at middle linebacker right now.
Quick opener. Kaleb Johnson taking everybody for a ride. He's short of McNamara. 9 yards passing this play. They keep it on the ground. Johnson driving.
Run.
Point lead. Back to Kaleb game offensively. He's the deep set tailback behind McNamara on first down. And number 2 gets the call again. And this time keeps his feet moving again. Kaleb Johnson. Let's see if Iowa just keeps feeding Kaleb Johnson. 2nd down and 3. They will. And he's trying to will his way to another first down. He's close. Now let's see if they go back to Kaleb. They do. And he's got about Johnson hitting the backfield, going to lose. I don't think Iowa's going to do anything fancy here. I wouldn't think so. They're going to go to an eye and a toss to Johnson. And he goes down for no.
With 3 wide receivers in the game. Johnson, his first carry, and he is swarmed. Second carry for Johnson, and again, tough sledding. On 2nd and 1, they give it to Johnson, who barrels out. We've only seen Johnson in the backfield behind McNamara. They give it to him again. This time, no hole. All right. Kaleb Johnson, second possession for Iowa. And look at him go! Johnson down the left sideline. He's cut down at the 40. Johnson back in. He's got it. And Johnson makes first couple of guys. Kingsbury. Johnson's going to lose yards. He is tackled by hybrid, but to be able to make a guy like the goodness. They go for Kaleb Johnson is the tailback. They put the ball into his gut, and he gets guys. Their third offensive possession. Johnson. First half. Bowie still in the game with one of the wide receivers for Iowa. This is Johnson. Ostrenga in front of Johnson in the backfield. Power football. Johnson is cut down. Western.
They're going to try to run to that soft spot on the left side, but not before.
They do hand it off to Johnson, and he's got a touchdown. Hawkeyes put 6 on the board. Eli Miller, number 31, carrying the ball is Kaleb Johnson, and Johnson still on his feet, out to the 45. Kaleb Johnson just had a quick blow, back in the game right now. Man in motion, Vander Zee. Johnson. Gain of 1 to work with. On the ground, Johnson. And this is going to... Oh, man. Johnson! Johnson's got it.
Just a 3-man rush here.
This is Johnson. And Johnson next to McNamara. They move Jacob Gill in motion. Johnson's got it. Chase from behind. Oh, look at the strength. He can really scoop. He hands it off. And Johnson pushing the pile. At right tackle for Iowa. Nick DeYoung is into the game. Not a surprise. Alternates with Jennings Dunker.
Nice.
Johnson's got it. And Johnson is met. Another chance for Johnson. He's got the first down. One possession game as we begin our 4th quarter. First down and 10. Iowa's got it. Johnson deep into the secondary. Look at Johnson go. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown.
this young man because of the arm talent that he has.
Gives it to Kaleb Johnson to start this game, and Johnson is able to get a couple. #1 rushing offense in the league because of this guy and an offensive line that's been fantastic. There's a first down. The tight end who just went in motion. He's been beat up. They're happy to have him back today. And Johnson finds his. Here's Johnson, and he's got the first down. And it's been a lot of Kaleb Johnson so far. He gets it here again. Right up the alley. Take it, too. Now he's going to give it. Johnson breaks a tackle and cuts it back and runs into the 7th carry of the opening drive for Johnson, and he churns down. So after the punt, Iowa takes over. Here's Johnson with rushing touchdown record of 20. That means Johnson's next will be 21 and an Iowa record. Does Jackson Stratton have a rocket attached to his right shoulder? Jeez, that ball was on fire. Here's Johnson delivering a blow. There's a Stratton. We'll check it down. And Johnson makes a man miss. And get 7. Kaleb Johnson back in at running back. They're going to give it to him. Johnson feeling his way. And we'll have to see what he's able to figure out there with that hand as Iowa starts with Kaleb Johnson stiff arming. First down after the penalty, and Kaleb Johnson is just gashing right now.
The road wasn't too high, wasn't too low, and that's kind of what the coaches said they really loved about him, especially when he came into the game against UCLA. And I certainly helped.
Total play. That doesn't even seem real. Back to Kaleb Johnson. Kaleb Johnson, the deep man. And he's got it. And Johnson cuts back and ends up on his back. Move. Johnson already over 100 yards today. Gets it back again, and this time he's tied.
Man coverage.
Well, Kaleb Johnson's at the top. Maryland's defense was scrambling a little, but now he comes in behind Stratton in the pistol, and they give it to him. And the superstar back sets the Iowa single-season touchdown rushing record. No. The game so energized. Here's Johnson, and he gets stood up immediately by 12. Back to Johnson, and he gets tackled immediately. It's already field goal range now for Iowa. Back to Kaleb Johnson, and you know who's putting it. Here's Kaleb Johnson, and he gets dug out.
To the left in the zone scheme and just forcing those interior defensive linemen to run.
Here's Johnson. Looking fresh as ever.
Field.
And they always tend to start it here, just to start the second half and score.
38 miles away is where he played his high school ball.
Career high 25th carry for. The story from Tim Lester is amazing. Here's Johnson. For one for their last 7 on 3rd down. So they give it to Kaleb Johnson, and he.
And now his team is feeding off his confidence.
Kaleb Johnson, they keep feeding him for Iowa, and he's done that through the emotions of the day that were maybe bittersweet, but also the frustrations of. Johnson gets the first down for Iowa. E.J. Hall and Jackson Stratton, the quarterback. And back to Kaleb Johnson. And he's time here for Maryland. They need to stop on 3rd down and 12, and I was going to run it with Kaleb Johnson. And
have a big road victory.
Johnson gets it again and is able to stay on his feet. And
1st and 10, they turn the wrong way. Eventually gets the pitch, but makes it up. 2nd down 11. Johnson again met at the line of scrimmage. 4-man rush. Stratton out of the backfield. Across the 30, and only to is suited out. Kaleb Johnson has -1 yard to start this drive, and you can do 2 just like he did in Philly. And also, Johnson is the tailback here to start this drive. He takes it off the right side and get nothing there tonight. To the air. Jackson Stratton out of the backfield. Ball knocked down. 3rd down 11. 4-man rush. As he's Johnson again and again stuffed. Kaleb Johnson, gap off the right side. Strong finish.
Open field tackle by Isaac Gifford.
They come right back up the middle, and Nebraska's defense.
A touchback is still the right result.
Thank you, Reggie. Kaleb Johnson will end this half.
Target.
Jackson Stratton, no completion since the halfway point of the first quarter. That's what they want to have. Kaleb Johnson down the near side. Kaleb Johnson. Second and goal. Kaleb Johnson stood up, still fighting. Johnson, the tailback, he has 41 yards. Tries the left side, strung out, nothing there. Down 13, Jackson Stratton starts the fourth quarter, 5 out of 11. Out of the backfield, Kaleb Johnson. Breaking tackles, moving defenders, and still going. Kaleb Johnson, sprint for the end zone. That he will win. Touchdown, Iowa.
Yeah, definitely. Try to save as much time as you can for Dylan Raiola in the offense.
Toss sweep.
For Jackson Stratton, find the tight ends again.
Kaleb Johnson, 2 hands on the ball left. Kaleb Johnson. And he did lose yardage.